video. This morning I was planning on going on a run a lot earlier, but as you guys can see, my niece, Ryan, she wanted to play, and so I kind of have to. I live with people that might not know. I live with my brother and my sister-in-law, and they have Ryan, who is 2.5, and then they actually just had a newborn. His name's Oliver. He's very cute, and so I try my best to help her out as much as I can. And so if it's in the morning and Ryan is awake and she wants to play, I'll usually kind of play with her while they're getting stuff ready. And so that's what happened this morning. So we're gonna be going on a run a little bit later than I intended to, but that's okay. We're gonna start today with a run. I think we're just gonna do 4 miles. I've been running a lot more. I ran 7 miles yesterday, and today we're just gonna do 4. Probably not go very fast because I'm feeling pretty sore. The reason being is, I've been working out, but my newest hyperfixation is tennis. And I've been playing tennis basically every day this week, and I think I'll be playing later today, which I am excited about, but I'm surprised at how sore it's made me. So we're gonna be doing that, but we're gonna be going on a run. There's a couple things that I wanna share with you. That's why I wanted to vlog today, and I'm trying to do it more because I want to, and I just need to get over the fact of like, oh, your life's not interesting enough. I just need to do it. And so that's what we're doing today. We're doing a vlog. Thanks for being here. Let's go on a run. All right, so we're done. We just did 4 miles, and I don't want to be like cheesy, inspirational, or motivational or anything like that, but today was one of those days that, like, last night I told myself, I'm gonna go on a run. That's the plan in the morning. And then, today things were a little bit different. I woke up a little bit later than I wanted to. I ended up, hanging out with Ryan, and then I was like feeling super sore, and it was like definitely crossed my mind, like maybe I take the day off of running, and like sometimes I will do that, but today I don't know, it's like I wanted to prove to myself that I could do something even though maybe it wasn't super, like, I wasn't super feeling it, right? And again, I'm not trying to be super motivational or anything, but it's one of those things that, like, I am proud of myself for pushing through that, especially with other things that are kind of going on right now, which I will talk about later in the video, but I'm happy that I decided to push through and do the 4 miles like I said I was going to last night. I think a lot of us, at nighttime we'll have these grandiose ideas of like, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and I'm gonna do all these things, and you wake up the next day and you're like, maybe I'll do it tomorrow. And so yeah, I'm really happy with that. Now I am going to shower. All right, so this is very random, but I have something really cool to show you guys. Check it out. Look at this thing. Huh? It's pretty cool, huh? So a little bit of backstory of how I got this. A few weeks ago, I actually got an email from Coswheel for the people that make this bike. And they sent me an email, and I get emails kind of like this frequently, people telling me about a product or whatever. And at first, I was like, I don't know, I just kind of read it off. I was like, nah, I'm good. But then I clicked on the link and saw it, and I was like, okay, well, maybe I would like that. And so, full disclosure, kind of just letting you guys know, they sent me this for free, but I'm not being paid for anything at all. I'm not getting any money, but I did obviously get the bike for free, which this thing is really cool, and it's probably one of the coolest things that's ever been sent to me from a company because of these silly videos I make on the internet. And so obviously I have to show you guys what it does, but I also want to because this thing is really cool. And so, it's obviously an e-bike, but I think what's really cool, now also, I was supposed to do an unboxing. I did not realize that, and so I got this yesterday and I built it immediately, and so that's my bad, but this is how it looks. It's really, really easy. I'll show you guys something that I did. It's really easy to put together and just start. So you turn this key right here, and then you just press this button, which turns it on, but I put the LCD screen on upside down, so I'm going to fix that. All right, and there we go. We have fixed the the gauge is now facing the correct way. So a couple what I think are really cool parts about the bike is that obviously you can ride it just as a normal bike. You don't need any power. Like if the battery's dead, it works just like a normal bike. But then there's also different modes. So you can use it as if you were pedaling, you can get an assist from the motor, but then you could also pull this right here, and this is the throttle, and it will just work like, you know, basically like a motorcycle, really. And so there's a bunch of different ways that you can ride it. And then this is kind of like the control panel. So if you want to up the assist that you're getting from the motor, or just the power that the motor is giving off, you'll press this button, and then this number right here will go up, and that's basically telling you how much help you're getting from the motor. And then you can also turn it down as well to 0, to where there's no help at all. And there's also, what's really cool, this button turns on this headlight in the front. It's like a legit headlight. And also this right here is a blinker. And so you have blinkers as well when you are, you know, riding, say if you end up riding on the street. As far as the setup is concerned, it was actually relatively simple. I'm pretty annoyed with myself that I didn't film it. I was just too excited, and I just wanted to I wanted to build it. But it came mostly assembled. The only thing that I had to do was really put on the front wheel, as well as basically put together like this whole section. So getting like the handlebars on, but everything else, like all the electronics and all that stuff, that's already like good to go. You don't have to worry about any of that. The hardest part for me was actually putting in this shock right here. And so the shocks on it are actually really good. When you're riding it, you can feel like it kind of bouncing, but it came with just, I'm not sure if there's different versions, but it came with just basically a metal bar there. And when I took the metal bar off, obviously that wheel, the back wheel, was kind of like free floating, and I was doing it by myself. And so it was really hard for me alone to do that. So I would recommend, like, if you do end up getting it, like, just have someone else there to kind of help you. Just basically lift the wheel up while you're putting that together. I ended up propping it up on my weight bench in my garage, and that worked, but it wasn't ideal for sure. That was the hardest part. Everything else was relatively simple. Yeah, the setup, genuinely, I think it's pretty obvious. Like, I'm not the most handy person, so I think if I can do it, most other people can do it. But riding it is a lot of fun. It's really intuitive. There's really not much to it. Like, if you know how to ride a bike, you'll be able to figure this out. And it's nice, like, having the different modes, because, you know, say if you're not super comfortable with the speed, you can just turn down the mode, turn down the assist that you're getting from the motor. It's really, you know, not too big of a deal. I really like that with this, you know, heads-up display, you get how much battery you have left, obviously the speed that you are going, and then this number right here tells you how much basically help you're getting from the battery, or how much power you're getting from the battery. And then this basically tells you how far you've gone. So I've already driven it about 1.5 miles. Another really nice thing was that in the box, it comes with this bag, which has basically all the tools that you need to assemble the bike. So you don't really need to have anything else with you to build it. And so that was very much appreciated. But with all that being said, let me, you know, show you what it can do. Is this the cool guys club? So like I said, like, you can, that was just like using the throttle, but if you like pedal like a regular bike, you can do that too. It would be a pretty good workout if you just didn't want to use the electricity at all, because this thing is heavy. But I mean, like I said, it's pretty easy to use. So if I can do it, anyone can do it. So another huge thank you to Coswheel for sending this guy out. If you do want to check it out, it's coswheelebike.com. You can check one out. This is the GT20 is the style of this one. Personally, it was my favorite because I just like that it looks kind of like a motorcycle. But yeah, huge thank you to them for sending it out. I really appreciate it. And yeah, this was a lot of fun. So kind of a bummer. I was really looking forward to playing tennis, and I was like excited to share it, even though, like I said, I'm not very good, and so it's not like the footage would have been great, but it's just something that I'm really interested in. I've been playing like really frequently, but sadly the person I was gonna play with had to cancel, and you can't really play tennis by yourself, so that's not gonna happen. I get really I get really, it's because of my ADD I've learned, or my ADHD, I've learned that I get really into things and hyperfixate, and tennis has become that thing, and I've had other things as well. But I wanted to spend this time. Now, disclaimer, I'm gonna sound like I'm complaining, and if that's not something you wanna listen to, you might not want to watch this part of the video, but it's something that I do really wanna get off my chest. Not something that I was planning on really sharing with all of you guys, like YouTube and just like the majority of people, but the response that I got makes me feel like I really should. And so this was a post that I posted actually on my second Instagram, which I haven't used in literally years. And so I wasn't expecting really that many people to see it, but it was like I had to get this thing off my chest. And so there's this photo, I'll put it up. And I went out to write, I've been ObesetoBeast for about 10 years now. While it's been the honor of my lifetime and I am eternally grateful for the opportunities it has given me, I have been struggling a lot recently. I'm not sure who John is anymore. I'm not sure if the choices and decisions I make are because it's what I want or what ObesetoBeast wants. I feel lost right now, honestly. I will be starting therapy soon, but I struggle to understand how anyone can help this feeling. Numbness, pointlessness, aimlessness, it's all become a normal state of being. I do want to feel better, I'm just not sure how. Is this something I should share on the internet? Probably not, but I just don't give a shot anymore. That was a typo. And so to kind of expand on that, one, the response to that post was actually like really incredible. It just wasn't something I was expecting. Like I said, the reason I posted on my second Instagram was, again, because I was just like, oh, I don't feel like I should post this on ObesetoBeast because I am being negative, and this is not something that I feel like I should, be sharing. And so that's why I posted it on there. But the responses and stuff have been really, really kind and really, really nice. And a lot of people have kind of said that they've felt similar things just by getting older, right? I'm 31 now, and a lot of people said that it's kind of a similar feeling they had when they got a little bit older. And so that I found a little bit of solace in that, knowing that I'm not the only person that's feeling this, which is definitely a nice feeling. But I think like at the end of the day, it's really hard to separate myself from ObesetoBeast because I have been doing it for a third of my life at this point. And to separate myself from that, I just don't think I can. It's all become one. And I think for a long time I've like wanted to separate myself because I wanted ObesetoBeast to be its own thing. That was a big reason why I kind of stopped vlogging a lot and wasn't sharing a lot, because I had some bad experiences of people knowing a little bit too much to where it made me uncomfortable. Like people just had more information that I was like, wow, I have shared so much. Previous relationships, people getting way into depth of my relationships, knowing way too much, following my exes, messaging them, stuff like that. That made me really, really uncomfortable. And so I think that kind of put a damper on me wanting to share my life. But then I think I overcorrected and stopped really sharing anything that was really me. And I've realized in the previous times when I have shared stuff like my art or just other things that aren't weight loss related, people have usually responded pretty well. And so that's definitely something that I do want to do. I want my content to be more about me as a person and not just about how I feel about certain things. How I feel about certain things is still something that's important to me, and like I'm not saying that I want to stop doing that, but I do want to share more about me. I just need to, I think I just need to find a way to do that. I really don't have the answer yet. I don't know how to do that. I really don't. So I do think that maybe doing more vlogs will help with that. But I don't know if anyone has any suggestions of what they think might be helpful, please let me know. But I wanted to share that. I wanted to share what I'm going through. I'm not sure if I'm even using all of the right words. A lot of people were really nice. I don't know if I should share this, but whatever, dude. One thing that was really frustrating was that when I brought this up, one thing that has happened since I've really stopped really going to church much and sharing about that Whenever I mention any sort of negative emotion, I get inundated with messages of people saying I need to go back to church. And that's just been, it makes me feel like I'm not allowed to feel bad because people are just, it almost feels like people are blaming me because I stopped going to church. That's why you don't feel good. That's why you have these issues. And it's frustrating because like, even when I was going to church, these are still things that I struggled with. And I'm not at all feeling like saying that, you know, if you're a Christian or if you believe in that stuff that like I'm angry at you. I'm not, but I do get frustrated when the response isn't to hear what I say. It's more to say, this is what you've done wrong and this is the only way to fix it. Because I personally just don't think that that's the answer. I don't know. I hope I didn't like open a can of worms with that. I'm really not trying to, but I just like that was some of the responses were kind of frustrating because it felt very dismissive. And this is really something that I'm feeling, and I am excited to start therapy and work through some of that stuff. I don't know, like I don't want to come off as negative at all, but I also don't want to just bottle things in and never share when I'm feeling not great, you know? And it's weird to talk about this and read that because when I posted that, I was in such like, I go through peaks and valleys for sure. And I was in a very deep valley at that point, writing that, like feeling helpless and hopeless. And today I felt a lot better. Like the bike stuff like really did help me feel a lot better, as silly as it sounds. And so it's weird to tap into those emotions when those emotions aren't at the forefront of my mind, if that makes any sense. But this is something that I really wanted to share, and I'm glad that I was vlogging today, so it gave me a kind of a place to share this. Yeah, I'm going through it. That's just the honest truth. Things have been better, absolutely. I'm sure they've been worse too, but right now it feels like it hasn't been, but I'm sure they have. I think, you know, my family's going through a lot right now as well, and I'm sure that plays into it, but I just wanted to share that. And so I hate to end the video on kind of a negative note. That's not my intention. I'm sharing this because I want to improve and I want to get better. And so, yeah, I wanted to share that. I do, anyone that has made it to this point in the video, I appreciate you. I'm very thankful. I hope that comes off. I'm not at all trying to, you know, dismiss all of the support that I've gotten. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. You know, I hope it gets better, but I just had to share that.